Well, this has taken an unexpected turn, and as I'm sure you've gathered by the title of the video, I'm about to go and have a job interview. Okay, welcome to the video. This is episode number 19 of the Unemployed Journeyman with Fukushima United here in the J3 League. And as you can see by what's in front of you, it's currently the 12th of May. It's a day after the last match that we played. And we've been offered a job interview. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about this interview, to be honest, because while I'm not in love with Fukushima United, I do quite like being here, despite what I may have said before. I mean, the two results we've literally just had obviously have helped a lot in my decision or my feeling of liking it here. I think if we'd lost both of them games, I'd probably be feeling completely different. But if we go to our inbox, we've been given an offer of a job interview from Fujieda. I think that's how you pronounce it. The Fujieda board have invited you to attend an interview with them as they wish to discuss with you the possibility of becoming their new manager. The board are impressed with your performance at Fukushima United. I don't know why. Which is why we have identified you as one of our top candidates. Although the board are confident in your ability to perform, they do have slight reservations about your suitability to deliver the club's realistic vision for the future. This is mainly as a result of your slight reluctance towards signing first team players no older than 23. I mean, to be honest, I'm taking what I can get because we're at Fukushima United and there ain't a great deal of talent going around that we can get. The interview will give the board the opportunity to discuss their ambitions and plans with you in more detail so we can reinforce our belief in your suitability for the role. Now, one thing I do need to do, we look at our finances. We've got a wage budget of 26,000 and we've got £8,000 in the transfer budget. So we need to remember, especially the wage budget bit of £26,500 basically, because Fujieda, if we have a look at them, they are a team in the J2 league. So it is a promotion. It's a step up. They are 15th in the J2 league. And while we've played 10 games in our league, if we have a look at the J2 league, they've played 18 games so far. Now, to be fair to them, even though they are 15th, 6 wins, 5 draws, 7 defeats, 23 points, they are 9 points outside the relegation zone. 3 do go down. They're only 5 points outside the playoffs. So if we go there, hit the ground running, we could quite easily make a push for getting into the top 6. And if you remember when we first joined Fukushima, we were like 19th, I think it was, in the league, facing relegation, and we finished 6th. So it is possible that we could do the same thing with Fujieda. Now, if we have a look at Fujieda, I mean, they've got no legends, no icons, and only one person on their favourite personnel. That's a bit of a concern, I have to say. It doesn't tell me anywhere here that I can see what their finances are. Usually it tells you whether they're secure or good or, struggling or whatever. But if we have a look at their schedule, first of all, I mean, you can probably see why they sacked their manager. It has not been a good season. I mean, this here has been a real struggle for them. They lost in the League Cup to Nara Club, who are in the same league as them. That only just promoted as well. I think they're in the relegation zone, Nara Club. So that's not great for them. They did beat them in the league down here though. But yeah, it's been a bit of a disappointing season for them. Oh, look at this. They play the 5-3-2 defensive midfield wing-back formation. Oh, it's so ugly. Oh, I hate that. It is so ugly. One thing this has kind of made me look at, though, when I think of how I am as a manager in the game, I need to develop my own style so that teams know what I'm about. And I've flip-flopped between formations, and we've done custom fluid counter-attack, and then now we're doing wing play. We're signing players all over the shop just to try and get a tune out of somebody. So we do need, or I need to become better at what type of manager I am, I suppose is what I'm trying to say. If we have a look, so we've had a look at their schedule and their tactics. look at their players, we can't actually see anything. But, hang on. Yota Horiguchi, he's valued up to £3 million. I mean, that's mad. I've never seen a valuation like that in the J3 League anyway. They've got another one down here that's 1.7 million. Wendell, he's one of their foreigners. I presume he's a Brazilian Wendell. Yes, he is. Who else have they got as foreigners? They've got a goalkeeper that's 27 years old. Stojcic, maybe. I mean, don't look too bad, to be fair. He does look all right, from what we can tell anyway. Then they got Carinos, who again is Brazilian. Yeah, he's 29-year-old. He's 6'3". I mean, look at this, 13 to 19 heading. Even if it's only 13, that's better than what we've got. 7 to 15 jumping reach. I mean, anything under 10 is, basically means you can't jump. But he don't look too bad, actually, for a 29-year-old. So this is what we're looking at. If we have a look at my profile a minute, because I think I have actually forgotten to tell you about this, we are studying for a National A licence. We've got a National B licence. We're studying for a National A licence. These are our attributes so far. But more importantly, our contract, we're on £900 per week, which is valid until the 31st of December this year. So it runs out at the end of this season, basically. So I don't know if Fukushima were planning on offering me a new contract or not. But we need to remember the 26,500 as the wage budget. At the moment, I've got to be honest, I don't know if I want to go or not. We're ninth in the league. We could end up we're only 3 points behind the top six. We could end up getting promoted to the J2 League ourselves. At the same time, I don't want to assume that we are going to get promoted, because we're only there because we've just won a couple of games. We've been in terrible form this season. We have to say that. And at one point, I think 2 defeats in the last episode, in yesterday's episode, we wouldn't have been far away from getting that email about you need to win or get this amount of points in the next 5 games or you're going to be sacked type of thing. It was looking grim, let's be real. So I think what we'll do is we'll attend the interview. If they're going to double my wages and offer me £1,800 a week, then I'm off. It is as simple as that. I'll just go because they're doubling my money. If what I assume this is going to be is this is just one of those interviews where you're being offered an interview just for the sake of getting an interview. I don't think they really want me, but that's just my hunch, my initial gut feeling, if you will. But we'll go to the interview, we'll have the interview, I'll then play through the game until we get a response from them. And I'm assuming, considering we're not due to be back for the next episode until in-game the 21st of June, and it's the 12th of May, so it's over a month, I'm assuming I'll get a reply within that period. If I don't, then we'll end the episode, and on Monday will be the games against Ahim and Iwate. If we do get an answer, which, like I say, I'm assuming we are going to get one, then we'll find out today. I mean, we're going to find out today one way or another, but because they will give me an answer. I'm waffling. Let's get on with the interview. Dynamics, by the way, if we look at that, team cohesion's good, club atmosphere is very good, managerial support's very good. So all of that is looking really rather good. So let's get on with the interview. Welcome, Damien. We're very excited to speak to you. I do like this kit, actually. We would like to discuss our plans for the club's vision and get your views on them. I'm glad you've given me the chance. Let's get on with it. Are you concerned that you don't have all that much managerial experience? Of course I'm not. I'm still pretty new to management, so I lack experience, but make up for it in other ways. I may not have the experience you're looking for, but I have done very well in my limited time in club management. That's a good one to go with, I think, because they have said they've been impressed with what I've done with Fukushima. And to be fair, we came in when they were 19th, got them to 6th, like I said, when they didn't have playoffs. And then last season, the media prediction didn't have us anywhere near being in the playoffs, and we got to the playoffs. I have a sufficiently impressive reputation that should make up for any supposed lack of experience. I mean, I'm never going to go with dismiss or disagree, because that's just like you're throwing an interview, basically. Ask the chance. Hiring me would be a risk, sure, but I think it's a risk worth taking. I mean, I think that kind of could apply, but we'll go with I may not have the experience you're looking for, but I've done very well in my limited time in club management. Let's tick that one. Are you willing to assure us that you'd do a better job of meeting expectations than your potential predecessor did? Well, I'm not going to say no, am I? I've got a good record when it comes to meeting expectations. I'm confident of achieving every target set for me if I get the job. I mean, I don't like the sound of that because if we don't stick within the wage budget, for example, boom, there you go. I'm all about the process. I'll lead you to good results eventually. Don't be blinded by short-term outcomes. Just stick with me even when I'm failing. Right, I've got a good record when it comes to meeting expectation. We'll go with the promise one because it is a highlighted box. So we'll go with that. I'm confident of achieving every target you set for me. We parted company with our last manager much sooner than anybody would have anticipated. Can you offer assurances that we won't be in for a repeat of that? Well, it depends if you sack me or not. I mean, if you don't sack me straight away, then of course. I have a proven track record of spending considerable time in a job. I mean, I've been here a season and a half, probably 2 years if you take the fact we joined halfway through the season. I've never once in my career departed after only a brief spell at a club. That speaks volumes. I mean, that is true. This is the only club I've been to, but that is true. I don't care about previous managers. I'm only focused on what I can bring to the table. I'm the sort of manager who wants to win now. I want short-term success, and I think I can make it happen here, but that's not true. It's my intention to commit to a long and successful career with this club. I mean, I can make that promise, but I'd be lying. Because, like I've just said, if you offer me double my wages, I'm going. If somebody else comes along and offers me double my wages, I'm going. It's as simple as that. I just want to earn the moolah. I've never once in my career departed after I did. I'm going with that one. Because it's true. I haven't. Right, as part of the recruitment process, we are willing to allow you to request changes to our current backroom staff, as well as the chance to request any staff members you would like to bring with you from your current club. What size budget? We'll just go with that. We don't need a budget for this one. I won't need a budget as I don't plan on making any changes. Yeah, we just stick with that. Right, here we go. We're getting into the nitty gritty of it now. Here's the club's current vision for the future. We would be keen to hear your thoughts. So they want to develop players using the club's youth system. Well, if you've got a good youth system, then I can do that. If your youth system is rubbish, then don't expect that. They're a national 2-star reputation team, by the way. Sign players under the age of 23 for the first team, that's preferred. Work within the wage budget is required. And bear in mind the other one about the youth system is only favoured. Also favoured is grow the club's reputation. Maximum 1-year contracts for players over the age of 33, that's fine. They want us to finish, so this season they want us to finish in mid-table in the J2 league. Be competitive in the All Japan Cup. I mean, you're about to play in the All Japan Cup and you're probably going to go out of it. Continue to finish mid-table, So basically they just want to finish mid-table and that's it. They don't care about anything else. So, and to be fair, 15th. Mid-table for me is 8th to 12th. That's kind of mid-table. So if we finish 12th, we've hit mid-table. It looks like the club has an exciting future. I'll be more than happy to work towards those objectives. Let's agree. If hired, we would expect you to position the team for a mid-table finish. Is that fair, or do you think you could do even better? I'm not going to say I'm going to exceed expectations. Given the job, I'll be able to reach the proposed mid-table finish. Oh my word. Oh my word. We're currently thinking of giving you a transfer budget of 2.8 million. I've got 8,000 at Fukushima. What do you think of the proposed figure? I'm fine with it. I'm not going to make them up. I mean, I don't need anything much larger. I think the proposed transfer budget is realistic and would give me the funds needed to bring the squad up to scratch if hired. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yes. £45,500 as a wage budget. That's like nearly £20,000 a week more. Plus we've got all them millions that we can pour into it as well. I'm happy, yeah. Do you have anything to request for us to consider? I have no request to propose. That concludes the interview. Thank you very much for an enlightening discussion. We'll be in touch, and we leave the meeting. Right. As I say, I don't think we're going to get offered the job anyway, because I think we are just we'll interview just so it makes it look like we've done an interview process type thing. If you work in business and you hire people, you'll know exactly what I mean by that. So I'll play through the games. The 12th of May now, 26th of May is when we'll probably come back. It usually takes around 2 weeks. So by that estimation, we would have played Matsui in the All Japan Cup first round. They are a couple of leagues below us. We should really be winning that. And Roylek, who are 15th in our league. So it'll probably be just after the game against Roylek that I see you next. So yeah, let's go and have a look at what happens. Right, it's only been a couple of days and we haven't had a decision yet, but I thought I'd have a look at who the current favourite is for the job at Fujieda, and Kai Shibata at 5-1 is a favourite. I mean, 5-1 is not particularly great odds. So yeah, that would indicate to me they've not really got a favourite for the job. There is a J1 team available. I can't see us getting that. And Roylek is available as well. If we have a look at Kai Shibata to see what he's actually like. So he's 1-star reputation. We're 1-star as well. These are not wonderful. I mean, they're a little bit better than mine. Probably a bit more than a little bit, but you know. And these are definitely better than mine. But he's currently at Rheinberg, who, if memory serves me right, are they bottom of the league? No, they're 18th in the league. So they have come up from the division below. It's worth mentioning that. Previously at Matsumoto as a manager and a director of football. He was a director of football for 13 years, then took over as manager for a season. Brian Vecker, he was manager for not even a season. Before that, he was a coach at Matsumoto. And then he was an under-18s manager. So considering he's like 60 years old nearly, he's not had that much experience. And I don't think he's that much of a favourite. I mean, looking at some of the other jobs that are available, I mean, there's Argentina second division jobs available. 22,000 capacity stadium, nice. There's Brazil, there's Chile, Colombian. I mean, we're not League 2 level in France at the moment. Imagine us rocking up at Guingamp. So yeah, there's Mexican, Scottish, Turkish, South African, all that sort of stuff. So just thought I'd show you that. So yeah, I'll see you when we find out yes or no. Well, I told you. I said we wouldn't get a job. So yeah, the Fujieda NYFC board have informed you that having carried out the interview process, they've decided against offering you the job. The board was satisfied with the plans you put forward in your interview, but ultimately decided that you weren't the right person to take the club forward. That's quite nice to know, to be fair, that they were satisfied with my plans, but yeah, we're not really the candidate they were looking for. Yoshitaka Matsumoto is the manager they have chosen to take the club forward. Let's have a look at him a minute. Wow. He's a bit rubbish, isn't he? I mean, he's actually even worse than that Kai Shibata. If I was Kai Shibata, I'd be offended by this. What's his previous experience? Okay, so he's only had one job as a manager. That was 2021 to 2023 with Kagoshima. Presumably he got fired and he's been out of work ever since. I mean, that's not screaming top class manager to me. I mean, at least myself and Shibata, my friend Kai, at least we've been in a management job. Oh, okay. It'd be interesting to see how they do. I'll have to keep an eye open for Fujieda. What I will say as well is I never actually declared interest in the job. If it was a job I really wanted, you know, if they were a team that were just outside the playoffs, for example, and it looked a bit more appealing, I would have actually declared interest in it, and I think that would have upped my chances of getting the job. But yeah, maybe it's for the best. Maybe staying here at Fukushima United is for the best. If we have a look at our schedule, by the way, we've played one game. That was against Matsui. We won 6-0. They were in, I think they're 2 leagues below us. And yeah, we had an own goal on the 6th minute from Kinjo. Then Takagi had a blinder of a game. 4 goals in that game. Sakada also getting on the score sheets. Takagi has set a new record for the most goals scored in a game by a Fukushima player with 4. So well played to him. In the next round, we play Tiono, and if we look at them, they're in the Nippon Soccer League, which I think is the league just below us. So what we'll probably do is a slight change of plan. We'll probably come back for where our Osaka in the league there. So we'll come back for the Tiono game, and it'll probably be against Kitakayushu, or it'll be Osaka. One of them two, but it'll be around here. We'll come back, and that will be in Monday's episode. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, all that sort of stuff. Check out other videos on the channel. We're doing a Manchester United rebuild at the moment. I've done a whole series before this called Bottoms Up, where we went from the Vanarama National League South and all up to the Premier League and won the Champions League. So yeah, just have a look around. Help yourself to it. And I will see you on Sunday for the next Manchester United episode, but I'll be back here with you on Monday for the next episode of the Unemployed Journeyman. So thank you very much for watching. Have an amazing weekend. Hope the weather's good for you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.